All right, let's do this one better than the first one, because now I at least watched a amazing tutorial by Steve Martin from Ripple Training about the cut page on DaVinci. So welcome to this live stream where I will edit better than before on DaVinci for the iPad Pro. Joel, thank you for being here, and whoever else connects, welcome, and feel free to ask any questions. So here we go. Hello from Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, hey Johnny, let's start taking a look at this. Let's not wait too long, right? Here it is. This is DaVinci Resolve Studio 18 for the iPad Pro. You might ask, does it work on the M1? Yes, this is an M1 that I'm running here. 2, it works on the M2, of course. Very amazing. It works on the 2018 iPad Pro, and I'll show that to you as well. So first thing here, I have my project manager. As you can see, you can have a local database. You can also have network database, and you can also use their cloud service. And for this demo, I will be using the cloud service, since the first one I used a local one, okay? So let's start by creating a new project, and this one I will call YouTube Live Editing, and hit on create. Now, if you're not familiar with the cut page, which I wasn't super familiar with it can be difficult to find things a little bit, but I'm hoping I will do a good job here. I have on the description of this video a video by Ripple Training. I absolutely recommend you to watch that video from Steve Martin, and honestly, 100% of what he showed on the video of the cut page on the Mac is on the iPad. So this is pretty amazing. Here we have a couple of things, right? We have a couple of things and we have a lot of things. We have our media pool, we have our sync bin, we have transitions, we have titles, quite a few of them. We also have effects, quite a few of them as well. For video, we have some effects for audio, we have generators, and well, look at that. I was creating one of these by hand the other day. And we have our favorites. We have our export dialog. DaVinci Resolve supports H.264, H.265, ProRes, and Blackmagic RAW. It does not support ProRes RAW. We can also go into full screen and out. We have our inspector here, and we have the timeline in the bottom. And of course, here is the cut page, and we can also go to the color page. And then inside the color page, seriously, this thing is really complete. And it has a lot of things here. This can really be a grading tool on the go, mainly with this display from the iPad Pro. Okay, let's go back to my edit page, to the media pool, and let's get importing something here. I have my master bin, and here I have import, and I'm gonna import a whole folder. I have here YouTube, OpenAI Whisper, and I will import everything so it comes all the folder structure that I have there. But I know that I need to work a little bit on this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new bin called multicam. And this is where I'm going to sync everything. I learned how to sync on, on the cut page, so I'm happy about that. I'm gonna go into original video, and I will, for this, go into screen flow. Let's get that, and I just need to drag over here, and then I'm able to drag to a different bin. So I sent it to the multicam bin. I will now get my Sony camera file, and I want to put it also in the multicam. Since I don't see it here, I need to scroll first. There it is. Now I can drag. There it is, multicam. And last but not least, I need my audio, my sound, microphone. I also need to get that into the multicam bin. Where did it go? Sound, microphone, and to the multicam bin. Come on, we can do this. Yes, multicam. Now, the way we are going to sync that is by going inside that multicam bin. And I can just click on this sync here button, and it's going to open up this. Now, I don't have timecode sync. I'm going to use audio sync. Then, so we have here a few options, right? We have timecode sync, then we have audio sync, in point, and out point. I have audio selected, so that's what I will use, and then I can click on sync, and that should work. Voila. I have all synced, audio in the last one here, and video on the top one. And then I can click on sync, save sync. I don't know how to choose which one should be the main audio, but maybe we're gonna figure that out soon. Save sync. Now they are all getting synced. My edit will start with the music. So let's go into sound, find my music. I think I will use this one here. You should be able to hear that music together with me. Double click. Right. I think it's a little bit too loud for you, so let me just lower that a little bit. There we go. So we have a few buttons here in the bottom of the media pool. We have a smart insert, which is deactivated at the moment because there is nothing in the timeline. We have an append to the end. We have a, I don't remember which one this is. The other one is smart scaling, which I will show. The other one is append to the top. So I'm going to put append to the end. Now I have my audio track there in the bottom. On the cut page, we have a master, or like, I forgot what was the term. This timeline here on the top shows everything that's in your timeline, and the bottom one is a zoomed one. The top one, the playhead moves through the timeline, and the bottom one, the playhead stays in the middle. Okay, I know that from this song, I need to leave it playing for the first 4 seconds, 14 frames, and then it should dip. So let's do that. Okay, let's find my 14 frames. Here it is. I will blade with Command B. It's bladed. Now, the second one, I need to dip that volume. So I'm going to the inspector, and I'll put that at -25. And of course, now if I play that back, it's a little weird, right? So we're gonna use a transition to pass that sound a little bit better. And here in transitions audio, I have a crossfade -3 dB. I can just drag that on top of this cut here. And now we're going to have our crossfade for the audio. Great. Here is where I'm going to start talking. In the beginning, I want to have a title. So I already checked the title here that I liked. I think... Oh, actually, I don't remember which one it was, but let's try this one. I'm going to bring it here. And I will leave the tag. Oh, well, no, let's not leave the text. Let's change it already. Felipe. I'm gonna put my name there. Felipe. Oops. Felipe. I cannot write my own name. My God. Okay, and the second text will be, this is the OpenAI Whisper video. OpenAI Whisper. Okay, and now the next thing is to use our multicam, right? No, that's the interesting part. Let's go into our multicam bin. And guys, if you want to ask anything at all, send a question. I will answer to you so long as I know it. I'm going to get here my video, and I will append it to the end. So now it starts right after the title. Okay. Yes. No, I shouldn't do that. Let's do the other thing. Let's take a look at the viewer here. The viewer, we have 3 things. The viewer is contextual, right? So we have the first option here, which is the viewer for the media pool. Then the last one is the viewer for the timeline. And you can change between them with the letter Q. Okay, so here I'm looking at the media pool. And let's find the beginning of this take, which might be here. First thing you're going to need to do is... Nope, I already started earlier. There we go. Hi. Yeah. Okay, about here, I'm going to do I, and then I'm going to append to the end. So now I have my video starting there. And let's take a look. I'm going to type Q again to change the viewer to the timeline. Hi, I'm here to save you a lot of money. Now, why is it dropping a few frames? I'll tell you why. Look at the inspector here and our camera file. This is an 8K HEVC from the Sony Alpha 1. Sometimes it plays back fine, sometimes it doesn't. So for example, right now it's playing back fine. One of the reasons why sometimes it doesn't play back fine might be because I'm using the external monitor here to show it to you. But let's show the other option that we have here on DaVinci, which is to link to a proxy media. So I have a proxy media text source, or not text source, wrong one, YouTube, OpenAI, proxy video, and link to this proxy. Now, here on the viewer, we have disable all proxies, prefer proxies, or prefer camera originals. Right now, I'm on prefer proxy. So if I start playing that back again. Hi, I'm here to save you a lot of money. Great. I think it's taking a little long here for me to start. So as you can see here, I have a few trim tools here. I have one that will decrease the amount of videos that's used on the left, increase on the left. That's not what I want. All I want is to cut this beginning here. And that's all. Maybe what I want actually would be to get this title and have it, whoa, it went all the way to the end. No, that's not what we want. I want this title to overlap with the beginning of my speech. So let's do that. And this thing keeps on going to the middle of the timeline. Let's try again. I can't just simply do this. Let's go back to the beginning. Thank you. No, not to the end. I'm fighting with with this track here. Okay, understood. Understood what I needed to do. I drag here and point where I want it there on the mini timeline. There we go. So let me put this back in the beginning. Trim this a little bit. And there we go. Now you might be seeing this white arrow right here. That is called a smart cut point, if I'm not mistaken. And this smart cut point is basically showing you where is the next cut point that you have. So for example, in this cut point, if I wanted to add a transition, even without the playhead being there or selected on that clip, I could just click on this button here, boom, and I added a transition on that cut point. If I want to go back to a cut, I can click back here. So that's very interesting and can make your editing a lot faster as well. So let's take a look how this looks now.
Hi, I'm here to save you
Much
a
better.
lot of money.
Question from Joel. Curious how to slow a video. So let's say 50%, and then you can check if in Inspector retime and scaling, if it's possible to select retime process optical flow. Let's take a look at that. I will do with the screen flow thing there in just a moment. So let's go through this intro here very quickly.
With transcription. Well, this is for free. You can get it for free. And of course, there was quite an investment of time on my end here to figure this out and make it simple for you. So if you want to collaborate and donate it.
Okay, 4x speed. Okay, let's get the moment here that I turn.
Let's get going on the computer now.
Okay, this moment here, I turn to the computer, and this is the time that this song should be ending. I will blade the song here, and I'll delete the rest. And here is how to use the multicam. I have this video here, and I want to change to the second angle. I can just change here to, this is cool, to the sync tab. Now I can see my multicam. And if I want to change to the second angle, I just need to click on the number 2 here. But I want to make sure that I want to change just the video. So let's... Well, the other thing is, before that, I was talking about just selecting the correct audio, right? So let's select the correct audio for this. I will select this button here that I believe is to edit only audio. And I will select the external audio here. And after that, I need to do a smart insert. Whoops, nope. I can do this one. I think I will need help with this later, but let's go back to where we were here with going to the computer. So let's select the editing video only. Let's get our timeline here. Let's select the number 2 and then add on top. So now it added that angle, the second angle, on top of my main timeline. So that's how it's working. Now there is the other thing that I didn't mention there is that when I selected here the second one, it has selected 5 seconds of the second angle. It's assuming that you're going to change for 5 seconds. You can change that. You can do an IO here. and change that. So now I have a much longer clip above there. So let's go back here. I will delete both of these and do again the second one. Actually, before I do that, I know that it takes some time here for me to get this set up. So let's change this back to my timeline. That's fine when I start talking again.
To open terminal,
Which is right here. Let's blade, delete this, now they're together. Now I can go to my sync, select the second angle, add on top. There we go. So when I look at the timeline,
let's get going on computer now. First thing you're gonna need to do is to open terminal.
okay, I'm pretty sure that I need to to do something with this audio to not be so abrupt, right? So let's blade the audio here. Let's play the audio here. And you might ask me, hey, do they have the boring detector on this version of Resolve? And I will tell you, yes, they do. They have the boring detector. Actually, I just noticed that I don't even need to do this. I can just do a transition audio -3. Hopefully, let's see how that looks. No, I don't think I can do that. So I'm gonna just do with keyframes. Keyframes here, and there's one. There we go.
First thing you're gonna need to do is to open terminal.
Okay, it's not perfect. Let's continue editing. This needs to go a lot farther. And keeps on going, keeps on going, keeps on going. There is a question here. Hi, Felipe, can you make a nest sequence? I think a nest sequence. I have never done a nest sequence before, mainly on the cut page. Let's see, I imagine that you would select both of them and create a nest clip, right? Can you tell me exactly how would you do that on the cut page? Because we need to keep in mind here that we only have the cut page, we don't have the edit page, so I'm not sure if it's possible to do that on the cut page. But gaming, how are you liking FIFA 23, FIFA 22? And this is kind of a horrible time to be live streaming right now because people are watching football right now, right? Let's continue this. I will change back to myself talking at some point here. I just need to find where that is. Well, this timeline is a little too long, so I think we're gonna make this a little shorter. I'm gonna go all the way to here, and then I will go to the end of it. Find where I turned back to the camera. Which is here. Delete this middle. Up. Then we extend this over to here. Over to where the cut point is. And let's take a look.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this. A couple of things here to keep in mind.
Okay, that sounds good. So let's take a couple of things, a look at a few other things here. In the beginning, we have this button here that has extra options that are quick edits that we can do. Let me make sure that I addressed one of the questions, the retiming. Okay, let's do the retiming first on this clip here on the top. If I click on this settings button, I have a few options here, and I believe that one of them is the retiming being this one, and we can make it slower.
A gateway, a portal for you to install.
Yeah, you can see there that it looks like that the frames are being dropped, right? Now, this is simple to do from here. Now you can go into the inspector and change more things. So here, still with the clip selected, I can go to retime and scaling, retime process, and we have optical flow. So I guess someone will be happy to see that. So we have optical flow, and I don't know if it's immediate. I don't think it would be immediate. I think you would. I would imagine it would need to render first. Let's see that. Should be able to see, by the way, the
port of our applications through.
Well, I think it's kind of already working. Kind of incredible. Okay, so optical flow is there. I am supporting Brazil. I'm from Brazil, so I'm supporting Brazil, and tomorrow we have a match, which is the least amount of pressure we're gonna have in the World Cup, we think, because we're already classified for the next stage. Okay, what else can we do here? So we have a few other options here on this. Let me switch off this and this. We have a few other options here. We have our scaling tool that we can play around here. We have our crop tool. We have a dynamic zoom tool that is like Ken Burns on Final Cut. So you have, and you can ease in and ease out. So for example, let's take a look at doing this at a smaller scale. Let's me first remove this retiming and go back to the beginning. Well, let's do from here. I'm gonna blade this, and then I will blade this again, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a dynamic zoom. Gonna remove this dynamic zoom. I'm gonna remove this dynamic zoom. This dynamic zoom, and then we're gonna do a dynamic zoom on this one here. This dynamic zoom, let's see how it's gonna work.
Open terminal.
Okay, so it starts on the green one and goes to the red one, and we can use these arrows here to invert that. So let's start wide and then zoom in.
Open terminal. And the very
okay, it's zoomed in. Great. Now, I don't know how we would match that on the next clip if I wanted to stay there. I think this is just meant for constant movement. I could do keyframes to zoom into that. And I also can do, if I open the media pool here, I can get this button here that is an instant zoom. So this instant zoom will add a second instance of the same clip above it and zoomed. So let's take a look at that.
And the very first step that
there it is. It's funny.
And the very first step that
there it is. It's zoomed. And now I can change exactly where it should be zoomed to. Oh, it makes a huge difference having watched the tutorial from Steve Martin.
First thing you're gonna need to do is to open terminal.
Okay, let's remove this zooming in and out here.
You're gonna need to do is to open terminal. And the very first step that we need is to install Homebrew. Homebrew is basically...
Okay, as soon as I'm scaling that, I'll go back to wide.
Homebrew is basically...
and I will do another blade here, select this clip, get the duplicate on top that's scaled,
gateway, port.
Choose now the scaling and where it should show up. I think we don't need 2x, and I don't see the control on the screen. So let's go through here. I lost my scrolling. So this is a beta. I just want to for you guys to know that this is a beta first of all. So a few things might not work perfectly here and there. Okay, there we go. Let's see what you're commenting here. I think EA is making things annoying this year to destroy the FIFA name just because they lose the license. While FIFA, it's a pretty corrupt organization, so I don't know if EA needs to do any destruction. I think FIFA does it by themselves. Brazil have the best names in their team. I'm from Wales, but supporting Portugal since Wales out. Oh man, I'm so sorry about Wales. I watched the matches and it was a little sad. But maybe on the next one, right? Supporting Portugal. We'll see. Yeah, I wonder if Portugal plays with Brazil, which one you're gonna support. All right, so let's take a look here. What else we can do? Let's say that my video here. Let's go to the beginning, and I will blade it somewhere here. Let's say that this would have been a shaky shot. You can stabilize here on the little camera, and you can click on stabilize. It's going to analyze and do the stabilization for you. You can also come to the inspector later on and see what it has done and tweak. And you can have the camera lock option as well. Of course, this was shot on a tripod, so none of this is required. What else we have? Unfortunately, I didn't shoot this in log. So let's take a look at some image here in log real quick for you. Let's do import media. Actually, before import media, let me make sure I can connect to my projects. It doesn't want to show me. Let me eject and connect again. Okay, projects. Yeah, now we can. Let me go into personal. Go back to DaVinci. I want to import a media that's on my server, inside projects, inside personal. And here I have media from Croatia, from my trip in Croatia back in July. Original video, not original video. Actually, let's use the proxy because the original video is all 8K. Proxy, and let's try to not from the first day, maybe day 5. I would try to add a few here. One of them is going to be good. There we go. I think we can use this one. Let's say that we have that as a B-roll here.
I'm here to save you a lot of money with transcription.
Okay.
Wow.
This being some B-roll, first of all, we see that's in log. And I might not be wanting to see log on my footage all the time. So what I can do, I can actually click here, and on the tools button, I can come to this autocolor here and click on autocolor, and voila, it gives me contrast and saturation on that image immediately. Second thing is, let's take a look at in this inspector here. What's the frame rate for this? Well, it's 2997. I thought this would be a slow motion one, but it's not. Okay, that's some good B-roll. Look at that. It's a little too dark now, but we can correct that later on the color page. Let me remove this here. Add here. Let me add it there. Okay, I'm starting to get used to the timelines here.
A lot of money with transcription. Wow.
Okay, this is where this B-roll starts. I will cover that cut point.
Wow. This is for free.
Okay. Questions. Could I ask more specifically of your iPad model in terms of storage? This is a 12.9 inch. This is a 12.9 inch iPad M1 5th generation with 1 terabyte of storage. And I think at some point here will be interesting to show you this on the 11 inches 2018 iPad Pro, because that's going to be even more interesting. So what else can we do here? Let me see. One of the things I was talking about the viewer, right? So this is the viewer for the media browser. This is the viewer for the timeline. Now, if you're reviewing a lot of videos, let's say I have this video here. Okay. I get to the end of the video. And if I wanted to go to the next one, I can like this, but then I keep on having to press the spacebar to continue playing. There is another way that DaVinci creates a string out for you that shows everything that's in the bin. And it's through this here. Now you can see here that there is this mini timeline. This is a string out of everything that is in this bin, and you see it going through everything here. The white bars are where the clip is ending and the next one is beginning. So through here, you could be doing your selection. So for example, here, this one is a slow-mo one. Frame point, and let's go to here and out point. Now I can append to the top. There it is. So I have my B-roll on the top. Now this B-roll, like I mentioned here,
Of course, there was quite an investment.
Is in slow motion. If I wanted to put this back to the normal speed, I could use the retiming. And I think this might be, I don't remember what's the frame rate and what's the ratio here, but we can take a look if we can find it.
Was quite a
yeah, now it's in normal speed.
Here to figure this out and make it.
There we go. Let's add a little bit of color. Let's do an auto color on it. Great. Beautiful colors.
An investment of time on my end here to figure.
And I don't know how to do a speed ramp, but I can blade this
the video
and say that this one will go to 1.
So let's get into the video. I'm gonna show you how to install.
Okay, now we are in slow motion.
Whisper from OpenAI.
Okay.
Whisper does transcription.
Let me finish this one right here. Delete the end of it. Now let's take a look at the boring detector. Right where we have this scissor here, I can hold, and then I will have the option to go to the boring detector. And with the boring detector, which can be fun for some people and not so fun for others, you can select the amount of time in which you would imagine that would be okay for someone to watch your video, and longer than that would be boring for them. So for example, if I say, okay, I want each B-roll to be about 4 seconds long, and there is a detection also for freeze frames, or for freeze frames, no, for jump cuts, when you end up like having maybe just 3 frames of a clip or 4 frames or something like that, you can create here a threshold for it to analyze. For me, I will leave it in 10, and I'll click on Analyze. Now we see here, it already analyzed everything. Everything that is in gray means that it's there for longer than those 4 seconds. Now, not all of them means that I want to go away, right? So for example, this one here, I'm still talking. I might want still to have me there. So that's okay. Now this one here, this is the end of my 4 seconds right here in the beginning of the gray. So what I can do is I can just, for example, blade this and get rid of that. Basically getting the other thing here. Now this other one becomes 4 seconds right here. So I could also get rid of it. And now it's back to me talking. I talk for more than 4 seconds, probably some 8 seconds, and then it goes back to the B-roll. The B-roll stayed 4 seconds, maybe. Okay, maybe 4 seconds not, but maybe here it's fine. Here is boring again, and so on and so forth, right? So this could be interesting if you're doing like a travel video or something like that. All right, what else can we do here?
Hi, I'm here to save you a lot of money with transcription. Well, this is for free. You can get it for
Okay,
free.
this is looking good. We can go back here to the end. Well, I think I'm okay with this here. And I need to trim the end here. Okay, the end of my video. Now, the next step for me is to go into the color page and let's adjust those colors. Now, you remember that I had some clips that were in log, and that log is now here on this node, and this node has been changed. Now, I'm not yet aware of exactly where the changes are, but I can basically create another node and I can deactivate this node and say, okay, now I'm ready to do it myself. I know that this is in Sony S-Log3, Gamut 3, so I can use actually LUTs that came here with DaVinci Resolve and take a look on how they look for me. So let's take a look at a few of them here. I can use these viewers. There's a comparison viewer here that I don't remember how it works. Vertical comparison. Okay, I think I'm not comparing anything here. Just applying the LUTs, seeing which one looks good. I think this one looks pretty good. I'm gonna close here my LUTs window. Going back to my nodes, I can rename this node label to LUT. So now let's play back this video.
Well, this is for free. You can get it for free. And of course,
Now back to this other video, same thing here. I can add another node, then I can deactivate this node, I can add that LUT, and I can favorite this LUT actually. So then later on, I should be able to take a look at just my favorites. Okay, so now this has that LUT. Now back to me. So let's start here with some adjustments on myself. So Stage Manager, external monitor support if possible. Okay, external monitor support will be difficult to show here because I'm already using the external monitor to show you the iPad screen. One thing that I can say is, for example, if I right click here and I have a video clean feed, so I can use that to send just the video to an external monitor. There you go. And then I can, on the iPad, I can go and switch off. Let's try Stage Manager. Let me save this first. Let me go here to my projects. And yeah, I think it's already saved. Now let's open Stage Manager. Stage Manager, yeah, there it is. Nothing changed much. Let's try YouTube. Okay, DaVinci. DaVinci comes full screen in any case here, apparently, even with Stage Manager. Yeah, oh yeah, but I can bring up the menu here on the left and go back to my system preferences, go back to my files, YouTube, back to DaVinci. Well, I hope that's useful. Let's continue here. What I wanted to check is I have my primary color wheels. I have my HDR color wheels. I have curves. I have the color warper. I have the qualifier, which and qualifier I find absolutely great because what I can do here is I can take a look at the overall look of my image and say, okay, I want to lift it this much. I want to bring back the gain, and instead of looking at the vector scope, let me look at the parade, get my gain back here, and I know that there is quite a lot of blue there, so let me try to bring, oops, that to here. And my gamma now, I can choose maybe to be there. So I'm gonna call this my contrast. And let's take a look at the difference. Of course, you're not seeing exactly what I'm seeing here on my screen because it's going through the ATEM. Earlier today, I did some changes here, so it's very approximate right now. So we started from here and we are here. I'm going to add another serial node, and this one I will call saturation. And in the saturation, I will obviously work with my saturation. Now, I like some stuff to be very saturated. It's a personal preference. Now I see there my lights, they pop quite a bit more. I like, but of course now my skin is kind of off. So what I'll do is I'm going to create another node, and I don't even know if this is the best way of doing it. I'm not a colorist, but I'm here just to show you the possibilities. Skin, and I will use the qualifier. I will use this option up here to see what I'm selecting. And there it is. I selected my skin, but of course it's not selecting everything. So let's start looking at expanding this a little bit. Now let's soften this here. Now let's add a little bit more of the saturation that's on the low end, on the high end, and let's make sure that this is soft enough. Yeah, that's okay. Oh my God, what's happening there? Spam, go away. Report. Thank you, people, if you can report. Okay, and oh my God, put user in timeout. Okay, timed out. Goodbye. Let's continue this. Skin qualifier. Now I'm going to add a little bit of the luminance here on the high. I don't need so much. I actually need on the low to add my skin as much as possible. There it is. Let's soften that. And let's soften on the highs as well. So I have my skin selected. Now I can go into my wheels and say, hey, get this, and desaturate all the way to 42. So now, going back to the whole image, this is what we've done to my skin. Much better, right? Okay. So what else can we do here? Receiving a call? Nope. Don't want that call right now. Sorry, I'm live. What else can we do? I know that we can do masks. There is a magic mask. There's a tracker window here. There is the magic mask. Oh my God, I'm hearing a lot of noises coming through the walls. Sorry about that. Oh my God, if I'm not picking up your call now, stop insisting. Okay, this is basically most of what I wanted to show. Now, if I want to export, I can export this here. And let's try to export that. Hold on, I'm hearing myself now coming from YouTube. Probably because my AirPods are connecting to other places they're not supposed to, just because of this call that is coming through. Now, I can export as H265. I can upload directly to YouTube. I'm going to do H265 here. This timeline is, how long is it? Let's go back. Sorry. Let's go back to our cut page. This is about, wow. Hold on, am I seeing this correctly? We have here 3 minutes of video. Okay, let's see more or less how long it takes for us to export all of that. Export, I want to export to my downloads and save. Here it is, it's exporting and it's at over 40, around 30 frames per second. Now, things here to keep in mind. This is 8K footage that is being exported to a 1080p timeline, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. It's weird. 40 frames a second. Ain't too bad. Now, while this is going, I think you want to see how it looks like on the iPad 11 inches, right? So we're gonna try to do that. The only thing here is I don't have the footage on this 11 inches iPad. So we're gonna take a look at just opening it and playing with it a little bit, but not looking at the same project here. Do you guys have any questions? I mean, I know that there is basically no one watching right now. Maybe a couple of my friends are here watching, but I think this is an excellent idea to have this level of an NLE on the iPad. And the iPad with this screen right now, I don't think I have it on reference mode, but as soon as you get it on reference mode, man, that's a way of grading, you know? That's great. Okay, I'm just waiting for this to continue. As we can see here, moving away from DaVinci will cause the export to fail, so don't do that. I'm gonna close this. I will change here to my camera for a moment, just for me to unplug one iPad. Okay, this iPad go away. And now we're going to plug in the second iPad. Plugging in the second iPad. And let's show you the second iPad. Okay, here it is. This is the 11 inches iPad, and I want to show you here what's this iPad, right? So this is an 11 inch from 2018 with 512 gigabytes of RAM. This is the 11 inches, the original little square with the first one with Face ID. And let's open DaVinci on it. And here it is. I forgot one other thing here on the previous one. I will close that project that was saved in the cloud. And right now I am controlling my computer with this mouse. I want to close that project. Sorry, I don't have the screen here for you to show. The DaVinci just crashed, great. Okay, I think the project is closed now, so we can open it on the 11 inches. So let's go into cloud. I'm not logged in, so let me log in here real quick. Meanwhile, you can ask any questions. Joel, I cried when this was released. Every iPad app is too basic for pro work, but have had to make it work. This looks too good to be true. It is really good. Glad to see sync clips. Yes, Factor, absolutely. It is there and it is great. I'm loving it. Loving that has that option. And I will be looking into editing if I'm on the go and I'm traveling with just the 11 inches iPad or just with the 12 inches iPad, I'll be editing on DaVinci. That's for sure. Let me sign in. Okay, I signed in into the cloud here. Let me show that to you. It's loading. There it is. We have our YouTube live editing project that I started on the other one. You can continue viewing in read-only mode. Request the other user to close this project to enable enable collaboration. Okay, so let's cancel this for now. I will open the other one here on the other iPad. I'll make sure that I close the project. Sorry that I'm not showing that to you right now, but I have to have one iPad or the other connected at the moment. Just one request on this lower end model. Could you make a clip 25% speed, retime, optical flow, motion estimation, enhance better? I want to see how this iPad plays it back. I doubt that it's gonna play back in real time, honestly, but we can try. Let me open real quick here this project on the other iPad and then close it to make sure that we can open in not only in read-only on this other iPad, okay? It's opened. I will now close the project and close DaVinci. So we should be good. If we're not, then I have to figure this out later. Okay, it doesn't have the lock anymore. I can open it. Now, like I said, I don't have the media here, so we might have to just open this through the cloud. Let's go into the cut page. Let's relink. Let's do projects locate. Let's connect to, okay, I'm gonna have to do files first here. Files. And connect to server. SMP. Okay. Let me make sure that I can mount this. Okay, I can. Now, let's locate our clips. They are inside projects. Some of them are inside YouTube OpenAI. Okay. And the other one is in personal. Projects. Personal. I think we used Croatia, right? Croatia. Relinking everything. Should find. There we go, there we go. Let's try that retiming. I am actually curious to see how it's gonna go. All right, so we have our video here. Just a quick thing, it's running over SMB over the internet. So the playback might not be amazing, okay? And let me just make sure one other thing here, that we have our proxy for the 8K connected. So let me right click and then relink proxy. I think the proxy is already connected, but I just wanted to make sure. You know, come here, projects. I don't know. I don't think it can create proxies though. YouTube, OpenAI, proxy. There we go. Let's connect to this proxy. Great. Now let's play back. Okay, the title doesn't do real-time playback. More or less. Yeah, it's skipping a lot of frames.
I'm here to save you a lot of money with transcription. Well, this is
okay. Now switch to the other one. Now again, this is all from the cloud, so it's difficult to say if we're having dropped frames because it's reading from the cloud, or if it's because of the processing. Okay, that's good. Let's now get this one here that we can retime. Let's do inspector. Let's go down to speed changes. So now let's see what he wanted. He wanted 25%. 25%. Let's make sure that that looks correct. Yeah, 25%. What else we want? We want just requesting 25% speed, optical flow. Now let's try this. What is that here? I'm gonna do Command Z. I don't know what it is. Let me try through these tools. Retiming. Retiming scale. There it is. Go to optical flow. What else you wanted? Motion estimation. You want enhanced better. Enhanced better. Wow, you're really asking for of this little iPad. Okay, let's see how that looks.
I'm gonna show you how to install.
Okay, it's keeping a lot of frames. Whisper. Now, this is very possible that because this is in the cloud, we can try to see if that's the case. Oh my God, I cannot pick up now. But
into the video, I'm gonna show you how
yeah, it's not gonna play back in real time.
Execute Whisper.
No, definitely not playing back in real time. And then of course this one here is the 2018 iPad Pro.
Whisper does transcription.
Let's take a look at the on the color page here. The color page, if I want to switch off this node, add another one, come to LUTs. Let's see if it remembers my favorites from the other iPad. It doesn't. Okay, that's all right. I think we're using this one. We can close this LUTs. That's looking good. Now the other thing that I want to do, so this one is LUT. This is the LUT. I'm going to add another one. This one I will call saturation. And in saturation, of course, I'm gonna make this go crazy. Look, it's running really well, honestly, on this iPad. Now I'm going to add another one. This one will be skin. I will use the qualifier here. Boom, there. Yeah, it's selected well. Let me make sure that yeah, skin is well selected. And now let's get our saturation drop to 42. I know that that's more or less what I had on the other one. Let's switch this off. Okay, so now here's the difference. Now we can switch off this so the viewer is a little bit bigger, and we can put it in full screen as well. So now let's take a look from here. Okay, yeah, super slow. That speed ramp and that optical flow is killing the 2018, but it's impressive. I mean, it's pretty impressive, honestly. So let me do this. Let me go out from the full screen. Let me save this. Let me close this project. It's gonna save to the cloud. Great, it's saved. Now let's unplug this iPad. Let's bring the 12 inches M1 back. This one has a fair amount of better processing than the 2018. Let's open DaVinci, show you the iPad now. iPad, coming up. There it is, the iPad. Let's go into my project manager, open my YouTube live editing. Can you make soft subtitles, maybe like formatted SRT? I don't think so, because this is just a cut page. I think for that you would need the edit page. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is your chat input getting info from YouTube and for the purple service? Or is it getting only from here? I see on my streaming application both of them. So I see bot shouting ahoy, one comment, the notification of Twitch when you got live is not updating. Yeah, so the one that I'm putting here on the screen is just from YouTube. I'm not using the one from Twitch, because most people are not watching me on Twitch. They're just the ones that want to play Counter-Strike. All right, going back here, let's take a look at that retiming that we did. So let's double check that it is still there. So where is it? Speed change, it's in 25%, yes. And the retiming scaling, we have optical flow and enhanced better. Let's see how that's gonna do with the 12 inches.
Let's get into the video. I'm gonna show you.
Wow, that's still difficult. A lot better, but still very difficult. I don't know if there is an option to render this this video. I don't think there is, but in real time, apparently that's what it is. I don't remember what this option up here is. Oh, this is to see the color grading or not. All of this here, Full HD, custom timeline settings. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna play back real time, man. You're asking a lot there. All right, so what else can we do?
I'm gonna show you how to install.
Let me see if I motion estimation, if I put here project settings, how that looks.
Video, I'm gonna show you how.
Well, with the project settings doing really well. No dropped frames at all.
From OpenAI. Whisper does transcription and translation from other languages.
That looks good. All right, so how is color warped? Okay, let's go into the color page. Let me, oops, I keep on clicking on the bar there. Let's go into the color page. And first of all, let's get this one that I created here for myself. Now, I remember that my friend, colorist, showed me already how to do this in a way, ooh, look at that, in a way that I could copy all of this grading from here and apply to other clips. Oops, let me go back here, select all of my nodes, Command C, come here, and then Command V. No, that's not how I do it. I am not sure how I can do that to have the same adjustment. I know that I can, on DaVinci, I can normally group all of them, but I'm not sure here. So let's do color warp. Okay. Come on. Let me go away from this one, show me this one.
This is for free.
Wow, it's not gonna show me that. There, let's go in this one. Let me add a serial node. Let's go into color warper. And well, I have never used this. So let's see what we can do. It works real time. So I guess I'm desaturating the image, right? So this, like if it would be, oh yeah. It's like if I would be getting the vector scope and working on it. So I can saturate specific colors, desaturate other colors. So let me Command Z everything here. I say that, for example, my purples are super saturated. Let me bring them back into control here. Let me see, have I done anything? No, not really. And I also deleted that node that I was working from. So this node here, let me try getting this part, this other one, bring it more in control. Yeah, I guess it works. I don't know if this is what I would do to it. Looks great. How about enhanced faster as the motion estimation? Okay, let's go back to our cut page. Let's get to that little clip, this one, and do motion estimation enhanced faster. And let's play that back.
And of course, there was quite a...
Hold on, this is not the correct one. This one doesn't have the retiming. This one. Enhanced faster.
How to install and
no dropped frames. Perfect.
Whisper from... Let's get into the video. I'm gonna show you how to install and execute.
Going from one clip
Whisper.
to another, there's definitely a little cut here. But again, this one, the one that we are applying those effects, is being read through the cloud. So it's being downloaded in real time, okay?
How to install
and it's not cached on the iPad at all. So that's good. All right, what else can we check here? Now we have stabilization. Okay, this, you know what? Maybe one of these clips can use some, let me create a B-roll bin here, B-roll. Go into my multicam and get these videos from Croatia and put them in my B-roll. Now, where's the B-roll? All the way to the bottom. Okay, get them and throw it in the B-roll bin. Okay, B-roll. Let's take a look through this option here that creates that string out and see which one of these could use, I think this one could use some camera stabilization. All right, so let's do an in point here. And then an out point here. Let's add to the top. So now I am on my fourth video track. Now let's try getting some stabilization. Stabilize. And it doesn't take very long. And let's see how that looks.
To install and execute
Oh wow.
Whisper from OpenAI. Whisper.
It is pretty good. It has a little bit of distortion. I saw a little bit of warping, yeah, here in the end as well. But it's not too bad. Let me open the inspector, and then on the inspector, we can actually, let's close this menu, stabilization, we can tweak things here. We're in perspective, cropping ratio, strength. I would remove the strength a little bit, and the cropping ratio I would probably increase. Let's see how that looks. Stabilize. It's not showing if it is processing right now. Okay, now it doesn't have anything applied to it. Let me switch off, switch it back on. And, oh, I see. The cropping ratio cannot be the same there, okay, as the strength. Stabilize.
How to install and execute Whisper from OpenAI.
Yeah, it still has a little bit of warping happening there. But it's not too bad. I'm pretty sure that you could tweak this and find a better way of doing it. But it's great. I mean, honestly, this is not a mobile version of DaVinci Resolve. This is DaVinci Resolve on the iPad. Let's go back here.
How to install and execute Whisper from OpenAI.
Yeah,
Whisper
that is a lot better in terms of stabilization. A lot better. Let me add this, increase this smoothness.
How to install and execute Whisper from OpenAI.
Okay, I will do an auto color on this, just so I'm not looking at log. Ooh, that's too much. That's too much contrast. Maybe I will not do that auto color. Let's remove that auto color. Let's go into the color page and let's work a little bit with this. I will add a serial node that I will call that is going to be the LUT. And let's choose our LUT here for the Sony camera. I like this one. And Shift Z here. I'm gonna hide this clip so my viewer is a little bit bigger, and
other languages to English.
There it is. It's stabilized and with color grading on it. Color grading now, just a lot.
Does transcription and translation from.
That's great. Okay, I have here. Can you check Shift 4? Shift 4. Okay, on the color page, nothing. On the cut page, Shift 4, nothing. What is it exactly that Shift 4 is supposed to do? Let me know, because I might have gone through that, but either through a different shortcut or with a button here somewhere.
There's the link down below, so let's get into the video. I'm gonna show you how to install and execute.
Yeah, the fact that these videos are in the cloud and playing back right now is pretty amazing, but of course it's not the best way of testing this. One of the things that I wanted to do here a few moments ago was to find this in the media pool, get the name, let me do clip attributes, name, let me copy this name, let me go in files, personal, let me look, this is Croatia, Proxy, and let me look for this file in Proxy video. Hope it finds. Let me try to remove the extension. Okay, it's not fine. It's on, but it's okay. It's from the 18th, so it's this one here. I already forgot what's the number of the file is. 114. This is the one. Let's bring to downloads. Let's copy into downloads. Let me see what's the other clip. This clip here, find immediate pool. It's the 18.1 what? Clip attributes 112. Let's bring the 112 to the iPad as well. To downloads. It's copying that. It's going to copy very quickly. Let's go back to DaVinci. Now I want to get both this and 12, 13, 14. These two. And I want to relink Proxy Media and say downloads, open. Okay, now they are in proxy mode. Now let's see if it changes anything.
Let's get into the video. I'm gonna show you how to install.
Oh yeah, now the playback is instant.
Whisper.
No problem at all.
OpenAI. Whisper does transcription and
there is no edit page. We only have cut page. So the thing about the iPad, the DaVinci on the iPad is that we only have the cut page and the color page. We don't have the edit page yet. Apparently that might be coming, but that's all we have for now. So no Shift 4, unfortunately. But look at this is great. Proxy mode.
There's the link down below, so let's get into the video.
Retiming.
I'm gonna show you how to install
stabilization.
Whisper from OpenAI.
And we have our boring detector here, detecting that this is too boring. So maybe let's cut that here. Let's decrease this. Actually, they could easily be in the same track. Okay. You guys have any other questions? I'm pretty satisfied. This is a beta version of DaVinci, and it's working this well. It's unbelievable, honestly. And I think if I am remote, if I'm on a trip, instead of taking my MacBook, I will take just my iPad, and yeah, and I can do my edit or pre-edit here directly on the iPad, or at least I can start working on color and get that project and continue on DaVinci on the computer. Bro, it's iPad, they can't make everything. Yeah, it's really unbelievable. This is probably the most complex application that there is on the iPad at this moment for video professionals, honestly. This is, like I mentioned earlier, this is not mobile DaVinci. This is DaVinci on the iPad. When you look for stuff from the cut page, they are all here. Can it open Resolve project files that are on your computer or laptop? Yes, you can open DRPs. One example would be, I have a DRP here somewhere, so let's take a look at that. But the DRP that I have is too big. We can try to see if that will work, because it's too big. Import. Maybe I have a DRP here. No, yeah. So I have a DRP from a smaller one. So here's a DRP. It's importing. There it is. OpenAI Whisper. Double click on it. And media is offline. So let's relink that. YouTube. Yeah. Open. Looking for the media connected. Let me make sure that this has a proxy. Relink to proxy, YouTube, and then proxy media. There you go. I am on proxy. And now I can play back this DRP. Now this came back, this was an FCP XML that was imported into DaVinci and then just exported as a DRP.
I'm here to save you a lot of money with transcription.
So
grab your audio only little file, drag and drop the folder there, open it on Tactiles.
So basically I could be doing also the edit on the Final Cut on the computer if I'm on the computer, and then sending for color on the iPad and be on the way and do the color on the iPad, right? I could just come here to the color page and say, hey, let's start color grading this, and add my serial nodes and add that other type of node that I don't know exactly what's the name, parallel node, right? And do all of those things. Can it open? Yeah, I already answered that. Don't tell Black Magic, but even if this costs $1,000, I would buy it. And that's the thing. So hold on, the beta is the studio version, right? I don't know where I can show this to you. Here it is, DaVinci Resolve Studio 18. When it comes out, it will be DaVinci Resolve 18 for free, and the studio version will be an in-app purchase for $95 or $99. Honestly, this is really good. Do you have some AUV3 plugins installed? I don't have anything installed. I don't think there is a way to install plugins yet. If I come back here to edit page and we go into effects, these are the effects that come with it. So let me look at the audio ones. These are the ones that come with it. I think there's a good amount. Is there a compressor here? There's a dehum, delay, de-esser. I need a de-esser. Echo, Foley, filter, frequency analyzer, limiter, meter, multiband compressor, noise reduction. I don't have a noisy. Hold on. I might have a noisy file on this one that we were working on earlier here. I know that when we didn't have this before, and as soon as we start having it, we already want everything that we are able to do on DaVinci. This is coming. But one thing that we have to keep in mind also, that they're having to work through the amount of RAM that the iPad has. The iPad doesn't really have a lot of RAM. So I think this here has audio. But let's find it in media pool. Let's add it again here. Now it has audio with it. Let me delete this previous one. Let me play this back now.
AI whisper.
Let me remove the audio of this too to hear just the top one. Okay, there is wind. I'm gonna make this a little louder. Oh well, the audio is unusable. Let's see what it can do. Effects. Oops. We just crashed. Okay, our beta version just crashed. Let's open that again. How can I install on my iPad? I couldn't find it in the App Store. It's not available in the App Store yet. This is a closed beta that I'm just showing to you guys so you know what's coming. And of course, to provide feedback to Blackmagic, and they were nice enough to allow me to use this beta version. So let's take a look here again, this audio. Oh, this audio is unusable. So let's go into effects, audio. Let me start with a noise reduction.
Jesus, I'm stepping on it.
Okay.
I'll do it for much.
Listen to noise only. Okay.
Me. Like I'm imagining like nothing.
I have this humming as well. Let me remove the hum. The digital interference, the hum.
Gonna happen. Wow.
Well, it helped a little. And let's try now the voice isolation, because I know that there is also a voice isolation here. We have that on Final Cut as well. Let's see how that sounds. Oh, wow.
It actually doesn't do anything to me. Like
Whoa! Check out this voice isolation. Hold on, I think I'm gonna switch off all the other two effects. Noise reduction and the hum go away. Let's just use voice isolation and let's check out this again.
It actually doesn't do anything to me. Like I'm imagining like nothing could happen.
Just don't lose your. Wow.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna play again to you the same part but without the voice isolation.
It actually doesn't do anything to me. Like
There is the hum, there is people in the background, there is wind, a lot of wind.
Just don't lose your.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm gonna turn on the voice isolation again. Play the same part.
It actually doesn't do anything to me. Like I'm imagining like nothing could happen.
Whoa, blown away, blown away.
Wow.
Wow. Let's try the dialogue leveler. Like you mentioned, optimize for most sources, reduce loud dialogue, lift soft dialogue, background reduction. Okay, let's see how that sounds now. Hold on, let's go back a little bit. Same portion.
It actually doesn't do anything to me. Like I'm imagining like nothing could happen.
Okay, this is crazy. I mean, this was the built-in microphone.
Stone lizard? Wow.
It's going a little crazy. Let's do more lift for low levels. Let's try that.
It actually doesn't do anything to me. Like I'm imagining like nothing could happen.
Okay. I wonder if I should switch off the voice isolation. Let me see.
It actually doesn't do anything to me.
Oh,
Like I'm
no,
imagining
yeah.
like nothing could happen.
We need the voice isolation there for sure.
What is pretty much?
It actually doesn't do anything to me. Like I'm imagining.
Wow, if this would have been a decent microphone recording this, it would be super useful. My God, I'm impressed. Also, dialogue module has inbuilt noise removal stuff. And we have an equalizer here, speed change, voice isolation. Which one you said? Dialogue module. Let's take a look. Is it an effect? Dialogue processor. Let's try that. Ooh, I see. It's like a pack with everything together. Let's go back a little bit.
It actually doesn't do anything to me. Like I'm imagining like nothing.
Yeah, now of course I'm stacking too many things here. But look, honestly, you're able to do to do a decent work of video and audio on DaVinci here. And this is just a cut page. I am blown away. I don't know how you guys are feeling about this, but this is good. Now, I don't love how my voice sounds. Let me bring this back.
Make it simple for you. So if you want to
Let me remove the music to listen to just my microphone. Oh, actually, the microphone that's playing here is not the same microphone that I'm using here. I don't know how to switch the audio to that microphone at the moment from the synced clip. But let's see what it can do with this microphone that was a Rode video mic on top of the camera that is a meter away from me. Let's see. Let's hear first without any changes.
figure this out and make it simple for you. So
Okay, now let's do voice isolation. I think it's a good idea. Maybe I don't need 100% because it's not that noisy here. On Final Cut, 50% tends to be pretty good.
figure this out and make it simple for you. So if you want to collaborate,
Nice. It removed quite a bit of the reverb. I will do the dialogue leveler and just try this way and see
my
how
end
it looks.
here to figure this out and make it simple for you. So if you want to collaborate and
Let's do an output gain here of 4 dB.
here to figure this out and make it simple for you. So
Let's now add an effect. Let's add a echo foley, no meter limiter, noise reduction, no pitch. Reverb, no. Stereo fix, sound analyzer, vocal channel. Vocal channel.
if you want to collaborate and donate any money, there is the link down below.
Okay. Well, I would like to, oh no, the EQ is not an effect. The EQ is an inspector. Sorry, that's what I was looking for. Equalizer. And let's just try to do something crazy like that.
Figure this out and make it simple for you. So if you want to collaborate and donate any money, there is the link down below. So let's get into the video. I'm gonna show you how.
Okay, going back here.
Figure this out and make it simple for you. So if you
I'm
want
gonna
to
need a limiter. I had increased a little bit too much, but this is not bad.
to figure this out and make it simple for you. So if you want.
Okay, let's take a look at 3D text feature. Let's do that. Let's get here to the beginning. Titles, 3D text, right? I think something from Fusion, I imagine. Look at this one, or let's see which one. If you see a title here that you like, let me know, and I can try that one. Hey, I like this as a lower third. Let me try that.
I'm here to save you a lot of money with transcription. Wow.
Well, I can see that titles definitely make the iPad struggle a little.
Save you a lot of money with transcription.
Maybe it was just the first time. I think it might have some sort of caching in the background.
Save you a lot of money.
Because the first time that I play back is not that great, but then the second time that I'm playing back, it's good. Let's do a superhero movie. Appreciate your demonstration. If you ever need any help with TikTok, hit me up. I work at TikTok and know the app well. Okay, cool, man. Thanks, and thanks for watching. Let's deactivate. This one is the video track 2, right? Yes. You know what? At this point, I should just put this in a different track. 3. Great. Sample, top sample. Okay. Renders in real time the 3D text. Let's change that to DaVinci demo. Let's go to the text, title, controls, top text. DaVinci Resolve 18. And top text. Now where's the bottom text? iPad, oops, iPad Pro M1 and M2. Let's change that color to, no, let's start with the bottom color here. I want the bottom color to be a nice gray. Okay, I think I lifted this to the stage manager. I don't love stage manager, so I'm gonna go back here. And I want the top one to have a similar color. You know, it's the first time that I'm using these features ever, because normally when I work on DaVinci is to do other things entirely. I don't edit on DaVinci.
Hi.
But that might be changing very soon. Let's take a look here. Wonder where cache folder is located. I would imagine that's within the application bundle. One thing that we can do is we can close this. Close this, going to storage, iPad storage, and take a look how much storage DaVinci is taking. DaVinci is taking 2.32 gigabytes. And from those, there's the application itself, 2 gigabytes, documents and data, 284. I think those are the projects. It might not have any caching. It doesn't seem like. Hey, Chris Fenwick in the house. Thank you for connecting here. We are taking a look at DaVinci for the iPad. Let's go back into my project here that's in the cloud. And yeah, it might not have any type of caching. It might be doing everything just real time.
Hi, I'm here to...
Cool. So let's give me some name. Play that back again with music. Oh, I'm still editing the text. Let me go away from here. Timeline.
Hi, I'm here to save you a lot of money with...
Yeah, you see the title. The first time it plays back, it doesn't play back real time. Let me try going back to it.
I'm here to save you a lot of
And
money
now it plays
with
real time.
transcription.
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
what it's doing there.
This is for free. You can get it
But I
for
think the
free.
first time you're playing
And
back,
of course, there
it's
was quite
caching
an
to the
investment of
RAM
time on my end
or
here to
something like
figure this
that.
out and make it simple for you. So if you want to collaborate and donate any money, there is the link down below. So let's get into the video. I'm gonna show you how.
Okay, I did my weird cuts there because we were playing a lot. Well, that looks pretty good. And I absolutely love here also the color page, very fully featured. And I love that I'm able to just select my skin tones. Look at that. And saturation and contrast. I have a friend that will really like this. Photo Joseph. He's probably watching there, hidden in the background. And John Preto. Hey, it looks like that office hours might have ended already because you guys are joining here. So what do you want to see on DaVinci Resolve for the iPad? We have the cut page, we have the color page, we have our project manager. We can have projects locally on the iPad. We can have them on a network server. We can have them on their cloud service. I'm reading this one here from their cloud service at the moment. We've done quite a bit here. It has synced clips / multicam included. Can you track power window? Can you try track? Yeah, I don't know really well how to do tracking. So I know it's here. There's a magic mask and there is a tracker window. I don't know if we need to...
Show you how.
Hold on, let me...
AI Whisper does transcription and translation.
Let me find a point here that we could try tracking. So maybe her face from here. How do I do this? Interactive mode. Please select a power window. Okay, not this. I don't know how to do that. Go to power window. I don't know which one is the power window. Is this a power window? No, this is version. Is this a power window? No. Man, I need help here because I know nothing of this page. Power window. I'm gonna have to look online. Or what? Markers, show viewer channels, no. This is just timelines. Do you reckon 16 gigabytes of RAM of iPad M2 Pro will be much better than the 8 gigabytes of RAM from the 1 terabyte? I think so. If by any chance you are the type that's going to be you only want to use an iPad, you don't want to have a MacBook, you don't want to be a Mac, you don't want to be working on those computers, I don't know, I think I would go for the version that has biggest amount of storage and RAM, because this thing here is going to be a beast doing this. When magic mask is located but left here. Okay, so magic mask but left. Okay, so here, power window, right. So let's do circle, select there, do this, oops, not that one, but this one. Let's do What up? Photo Joseph in the house as well. Dude, you're the one that abandoned Final Cut. I think you're gonna like this. I think you're gonna like DaVinci on the iPad. Uh, did they optimize the interface for touch? I don't know if optimizing for touch. The buttons, they seem to be big enough to touch, yes. I can use the Apple Pencil, I can use the trackpad. I think it would be more comfortable to be doing this either with the pencil or the trackpad. By finger, I'm not 100% sure if that would do so well. Interactive mode, oh, there it is. And I might have to click here. No, inserting features. Is it already doing something? Okay, let's do play. Woo, that was fast. Hold on. What am I supposed to do here? Well, look, it's tracked well. And there, it didn't continue. So I think, do I need to do anything else here? For sure I need to do something else. Just don't know what. Got beta 2, definitely not optimized for touch. I need the edit page. You have very thick thumbs. Sorry. Or maybe to learn the cut page. You know what? Earlier today I did a live stream and I had never used the cut page before and it was really difficult to get used to it. Then I ended the live stream. I watched the video from Steve Martin about the cut page, like 38-minute video. Absolutely fantastic. And everything that he showed on the cut page on the Mac is here on the iPad. So that was fantastic. I was able to navigate this a lot better after watching his video. So there is some getting used to that for sure. But for example, I'm gonna have to start really watching a lot of tutorials on how to color grade properly, because look at this, power windows and and tracking, and we know that DaVinci is very good with tracking, right? It did really well here. It did very fast this part here, but I just don't know how to continue it. Your LF tutorials were wonderful, but this will be amazing. I can't wait to switch. Oh yeah, Photo Joseph, you see there is already pressure on you there. Your LumaFusion stuff, great. I absolutely agree, but you're gonna need to work your ass off in the next few weeks to bring some videos about the Blackmagic DaVinci Resolve here for us, because I want to learn. Please teach us all, master. Do that for us, please. And look at it. We have vector scope, we have waveform, and we have parade, and all of that real time. It's beautiful. What else can we do here? I think we don't need to do anything else. Is there anything that you guys want to ask? I hope this demo here with the power window and the tracking is okay. I mean, I don't know how to do those things, you know. The color page for me is still pretty difficult. I'm pretty sure there is. I remember earlier I was doing something with this here. Let's do that and that and that. And that, and that, and that. I have strokes here. Let me try. Oh, tracking backwards. This is the magic mask object. I think I should have made a mask. Whoa, a lot of frames remaining. Yeah, that clip is very long. Maybe I shouldn't do this. And it's already taking a little long here. I hope it's not gonna crash. Let me stop it. I don't even know if this is the right way of doing it. Maybe I added too many things. Let me try adding a single thing there. Is it still responding? Yes, it's responding. Let me delete all of this and track just that one spot forward. And stop. So whatever it is that we're supposed to track, that spot probably got tracked. I just don't know what to do with it. It's very cool to see this. Have you tried connecting media to an existing project that was epic fail on my end? Yeah, I was able to do that, but If we take a look at this one here, for example, come to the cut page, you can see I have my audio tracks. I have the track in which I'm speaking. I have the audio track that has my audio. But when I go to a project that I imported, for example, local here, this project here is from a DRP that I imported. I don't see the track, the audio track. And look at that. I have music playing here. So hi, I'm here to... I would imagine that that's a bug because I can't see the music track in the bottom here. And for sure there is music, as we can hear. When I came here to reconnect, the first time that I tried to import things from a folder, they weren't importing. And then I tried to map that folder and that worked. And then later on, I've been told that I don't need to do that. And then it started working. So I don't know exactly what happened in between. But for example, if we try to import that again, let's try closing it, and then we'll delete it with Shift Delete, and I'm going to import. I'm going to show you how it came here. So YouTube project, here is my DRP selected, it's importing, doesn't take very long. The thumbnail is there, of course, but when I open, it's going to be all offline because it's referencing media in different places, right? So, but it was not very difficult to connect everything. I just clicked the relink button here, locate. I point to the folder where everything is and then open. And that quickly, it connected at least one of them. The second one, let's try to relink that. Locate, YouTube, original media, Sony A1. Here it is. 3 clips, not found. Okay, didn't find. Kind of sucks. But I was able to relink the proxy media. The proxy media is here in my proxy folder. I pointed to this one and voila, able to connect. So at least that, and it goes really well.
I'm here to save you a lot of money with...
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But of course, it's a beta. I think it's either the first or the second build that has been sent to people around. There's the boring detector here. You can see the boring detector working on my timeline here. It says that everything is boring. You answered all my questions, but I also made my 30-minute break over an hour. I will tell my company, you made me late. Okay, it's all my fault, man. Sorry. I hope your company there is gonna... It's gonna be okay with that. It's learning, right? You're getting ready for what's coming up here. NKRDBL, also check color warper located next to the curves. Yeah, the color warper is there. I checked a little bit earlier, so here it is. And if I want to, let me get my vector scope here. Look at that. I'm gonna get those purples under control. There it is, and brought them in. It works really well. For Joseph, mine said it didn't reconnect. It never actually did, but then the choice to relink went away as if I thought it had connected. Maybe I'm asking for too much from beta 1. Yeah, I don't know. I noticed one thing. First, when I tried to work on this, I wanted to work out of an external SSD where I had all my media already. The external SSD has several volumes on APFS. And then when I connect, only one of the volumes really work. The other ones, they show me stuff. But if I try to create a folder, it gives me an error. If I try to copy things out of it, it gives me an error. So I think there is a bug on the iPad OS reading an SSD that has multiple APFS volumes. I tried with an SSD that had only one volume, and that was okay. And I was able to work from that external SSD on it. But when I had that SSD with multiple volumes, I couldn't work. So then for this demo, I decided, okay, let me copy everything to the internal storage from the iPad. Oh, my friend is here as well, Raf. Where is the super chat button, man? I don't have enough subscribers, so maybe you guys can subscribe. I don't have enough watch hours, so I can only get a super chat when I reach both of them, actually. But now my friend there, Photo Joseph, that does lives all the time, he has super chat, and his channel is pretty good. You guys should check. If you ever edited on LumaFusion, he created the tutorials for LumaFusion. And I think we are already putting him on the spot to create tutorials for DaVinci Resolve on the iPad. So no pressure, no pressure. Pretty sure you can do it. What else can we check here? I mean, if I had a colorist sitting right next to me, like Josh, like Jamie, that would be great, because we could, you know what? Is it too early in California? Because maybe we could get Jamie to join us here live through the iPad. Jamie, are you awake? And actually, why don't I get this brainiac here, Photo Joseph? Can I FaceTime you for you to join here? I didn't even test this, so I don't know if it's gonna work. But my idea is I FaceTime you through the iPad. We can see your face on the iPad, and you can walk me through something cool here on the color page. What do you think about that? If not, let's see if Jamie is awake. I left my phone here on Do Not Disturb. I think this is too unfair to him if I get him waking up and say, "Hey, dude, can you appear on a live stream and talk about DaVinci Resolve? I have it on the iPad." I think he's not gonna be very happy with that. Also looking for a super chat button, dude. Yeah, I have donation links that you can donate whatever you want on the description, most likely. And there's like dollars, euros, Canadian dollars and stuff. You can click in one of those links and just send it through there. You can send like $1 there or 1, 2, 5, whatever you want. It's open to any amount you want. It's not a subscription. It's just a one-time payment. So if you want, you can do that. And you get an invoice back. So you can claim as a business expense. Education. Give me a few minutes. Okay, cool. So we're gonna get Photo Joseph most likely joining here if it works. If it works for us to get FaceTime through the iPad and get that going. So just let me know when I can call you, when you're all dressed up there, and I can do that. Let me see if you're texting me somewhere here on my phone. No, you are not. That's good. Let's see what else we can do. I wanted to check actually how I can copy the grade from one clip to another. Does anyone know how to do that? I know that you can create groups. So for example, if I go back here to clips, in theory, I think the color page is not complete, but for example, I have this selected and this selected. Normally on DaVinci, I should be able to right click here and do a grouping or something like that. But I think maybe one of the things that would be interesting would be to take a look at how this comes along on the computer, right? I mean, so let's take a look at the computer. Okay, so here I have my computer, cloud. Let's do a refresh here. And we have that YouTube editing that we were working on before. You want me on my iPad, or does it matter? It doesn't matter, wherever you want. I think the most important is that we can kind of see you and that we can hear you. In theory, I think we should be able to hear you if I connect you through the iPad. But, well, we will discover this. So I think you're ready. Let me know that you're ready, and I'll give you a call on the iPad. So here it is, the YouTube editing opened. That one was saved. Now here, of course, I have the edit page. I will go into my media pool, on the media pool, and I'll get this. I'll select everything, and I will do relink clips for selected bins. And I want to point them to my projects, YouTube, and OpenAI Whisper. And let's see if that goes. I will try and find that. I feel I owe you something as an iPad editor. I appreciate your responses. Oh, thank you so much, Joe. I think, yeah, if you're doing this on an iPad, I think you're gonna really like this, man. It's pretty good. Now, obviously, just to clarify, now I'm looking on my Mac Pro, okay? So on Mac Pro, I have all the tabs, and I just want to make sure here that something that you worked on your iPad translates well to the Mac Pro. Let me do relink clips, and there is also stuff here from Croatia. So personal and Croatia, where are you? Here it is. I'm gonna point to the proxies. 18 clips could not be found. Search. Okay, let's see how that went. Okay, everything's here. Look at that. Okay, you can't hear playing back, but look, my Mac Pro is struggling a lot there. Of course, because the Mac Pro is not powerful enough like the M1. Oh my god. Is it? Come on, playback. Wow, I think, am I playing back? I think I'm playing back the original 8K. That's why it's dropping a lot of frames here. Let me try putting this on proxy mode. So let me do a reveal. Can I relink to proxy here for Joseph? Okay, you ready, man? I'll bring you as soon as you are. Find in media pool. Now let's relink proxy media. Let me find the proxy for this. Oops, wrong one. OpenAI and proxy. This is the proxy for that. Okay, now let me make sure that the playback is prefer proxies. Okay, let's do prefer proxies. Okay, much better. Now let's go into the color page. Let me make sure that I remember something here. I can select all this and I can right click, yes, and I can add into a new group and I can call this Felipe. Wow, I still remember that, see? Not too bad. And the last one I want to, for example, add into current group. Okay, so now they are all linked. When I'm doing the grading here, let me close this gallery, expand this, close these effects. When I'm doing here, I want to do the grading on the group post clip, right? So can I copy these things and paste them here? No, I can't. But let me save this, close this project. Let me see if I see any of that on the iPad. Closed. Let's go into the iPad. Shall we try to, oh, there it is. Joseph, I'm good to go. Okay, I'll try to call you. First, I'm gonna switch my camera so I don't reveal with whom I've been talking to here this whole time. New FaceTime to Joseph. Let's try that. FaceTime. Okay. Oh man, it changed to my AirPods. Hold on. It changed to my AirPods, this damn thing. Let me close this and try to put it back to the ATEM dock connector. So come on, audio, go into dock connector. Can you, hold on, don't speak yet because I need to connect back my AirPods to my computer. Okay, can you say something? Let's see if it comes through the live stream.
Something, can you hear?
Wow, it's still, the audio still goes through, the audio from the FaceTime doesn't want to go through the same path as the rest of the audio. So one of the things that I can do here is just get people to hear you through my microphone. Not ideal.
I'm going to do it. Very old school.
Very old school. So there it is. Your face is there on the live stream. So we have your face, I have my face. Now, one thing that I was trying to do here was to just do a quick adjustment, grouping the clips, the same clips, into one group on the color page. So I can do a post group color grading, so it would apply to all of them at the same time, right?
Right.
Apparently, this is something that's probably not available yet. At least I don't remember seeing. Yeah, we don't see those little balls there on the top for you to select.
Yeah, they're missing.
Yeah, and but the clips, we can see that they show the little link for the groups right now. And of course, everything went offline because I relinked on the computer, and they're linked to completely different place right now. So hold on, let me make sure that I can relink them back to my computer. To the iPad.
Yeah, it looks like the whole pre and post grade thing is missing.
Yeah. I think that would probably expect too much of the first beta. I think we're being pretty hard on this thing right now.
Hey, you're doing better than I am. You got Mediator Reconnect. I brought mine into the just by iCloud. I couldn't get to it from Dropbox. So all of my offline media, my proxy media is all in Dropbox, and I can't get to Dropbox at all from within Resolve or Google Drive. They're both grayed out in the Reconnect menu.
Mm-hmm.
And so I moved media over to Optical because it sees that. But first it said it wouldn't reconnect, and then it said it again, it said it wouldn't reconnect. And then I started recording a screencast to share with Blackmagic. And at that point, the reconnecting was done. I'm like, oh, I guess it reconnected. But no, it didn't. So now, not only is the media not connected, I don't even have an option to connect it. So it's totally screwed.
All right. Yeah, I mean, the first time that I tested, I also was having some troubles with the media. And now I'm starting to see one thing here. I brought this into the computer, I relinked, and then I brought to the iPad, and now on the iPad, on the iPad, apparently, I feel like this is a little bit broken now. I'm closing this and opening again. Do you want me to try SharePlay with you for you to see this live? My screen live? Because you're seeing with like 30 seconds of delay.
Yeah, I'm seeing it quite delayed. Yeah, okay.
So I can try that. Let's try sharing the screen with you. Share my screen is unavailable at the moment. I think it's because I have the dock connector. So it is. Not possible. I tried. Okay, the thing is open again. I'm gonna try to relink. Now it says 0 missing clips, but the clips are definitely missing. So I think taking it to the computer and creating those groups for the color grading somehow broke this thing. And yeah, well.
It's really interesting. So if the whole concept of this is meant to start on the iPad and then finish on the desktop, great.
Right.
But if you're supposed to be able to go back and forth, already I opened up a project that had plugins, it had LUTs installed that I obviously don't have on the iPad. And the LUTs I can install, but obviously I don't have the plugins there. So yeah, it's going to be iffy for sure. Yeah,
I got a lot of questions here about audio plugins and video plugins. You know what? Maybe you're going to see in about 30 seconds. I even opened a different project, the local version of the same project, and now everything is black. So my thought here is that I just need to restart DaVinci. So I'm quitting DaVinci entirely. I will try to open it again, and then I will try to relink and take a look at those that grouping. Yes, it came back. Okay, so let me try the cloud version. Now, do you like the cloud version of DaVinci Resolve, the cloud collaboration?
Oh yeah, I'm all in on that.
It's crazy, right?
Absolutely 100% all in. Well, I also have the cloud store. And so I'm using the whole workflow where all my media is getting transcoded.
Cloud store, Dropbox.
I'm working with a remote editor in Ukraine, and I'm working with a localization team in Colombia, and they have access to my projects, and they can go in when it's their time to go in and access everything. It's amazing.
That's very nice. Talking about localization, have you checked my video or OpenAI Whisper at all?
No.
It's basically artificial intelligence to create transcripts and create the SRT or the VTT files for your video, and it all runs locally. Doesn't go to the cloud or anything like that. So here it is. I have it open again. I have the linking button between all of them. I will try to do a crazy thing here, and I will probably, just the easiest way is probably to completely desaturate it and see if it's going to apply to all clips. No, it doesn't apply to all clips, so whatever we're doing here is definitely not post group. And oh, I found it. There is here group pre-clip, clip, and group post-clip. Hold on, so let me. I cannot believe it's there. I cannot believe that's there. So let me do this. I'm gonna go to the first one.
There it is. I see it now. Okay.
I'll go back to the first one. I'll remove everything here. I will reset this node. I'll go to group post clip. Here, guys, this is great. Look at all the thumbnails. I think they're all gonna update now. I'm going to get my waveform. I know that I wanted to lift this a little bit, and I wanted this gain to go a little down here, and this gamma a little higher, and then we bring back the lift down a tiny little bit. Not a lot of things that we can see there, of course, if I do node here and say this was contrast, right? But the thing that we're going to be able to see really well will be saturation. I love saturation. Everyone hates when I saturate things, but I like it. Look at that. I saturated, and let me go to another clip here. It's there. Look at that. I just jump to the clips, and they all have the same adjustment. This is magical, man. This is really magical. But so if there is the group post clip here, there must be a way to link them, and I just haven't found yet how to link them directly on the iPad. But
it's not a feature I use in Resolve anyway, so I don't remember exactly how. I know you can. I've seen it in the training. How that works.
I can show very quickly here later, but basically the way you do is you select all the clips here on this timeline, you right click on them, and there is their create a new group.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I've seen professional colorists using this, and it's fantastic. And the other thing is here, so I saturated a lot. Right now I look like a Oompa Loompa. So let's create another node here and do a skin. And the qualifier works really well. I will use this here. There it is, my skin. And I can make this a little wider. Saturation, add a little bit more of the saturation on both ends here. And then the luminance, and this is what's going to make it get everything on the low end here. There it is, all my skin. I was softening both ends here. And now I can go into my wheels, desaturate that back to 42, and voila. Now I have my super saturated image, and my face is correct. Now I can do an Option D to see where I started and where I am right now. And normally I would say that I'm satisfied with this. And of course, it's applying to all instances of my clip that are grouped. Dude, I'm so blown away. And the other thing is, I don't know if you caught a little bit earlier, voice isolation. It works real time.
Guys are running on the iPad.
It is working. Check this out. I have this clip. I'm gonna remove this audio. I have a clip here that we were very high up in the mountains in Croatia. And of course, a lot of noise, a lot of wind noise. And not only that, but I think it's this one here. Let me open this in the view.
I'm not going to be able to hear it. I'll have to catch the
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'll just do a quick one for whoever is watching here. I'm going to do an IO here, add to the top, and then get this clip, which I added. Where's the audio of that clip? I'm so lost sometimes here. Hold on. Oh, this is the one. Here's the audio. If I play that back, it's pretty bad. And now I can come to the inspector and add voice isolation. Oh, it was already with the voice isolation, so it was probably already good. I can't hear right now because my AirPods went somewhere else. But it's fantastic. Man, I was telling this earlier to everyone, and I think you're probably going to agree as soon as you start using this is not a mobile version of DaVinci Resolve.
No, it's not.
This is DaVinci Resolve on iPad. And
very much so, almost to its detriment, in that all the menus you have, these tiny little menus, and it really works best with a keyboard and the trackpad.
right, I haven't tried with the pencil.
Right click with that. Yeah, I haven't tried the pencil either, but having access to two finger tap on the trackpad for right clicking makes a huge difference. I think trying to do it pure mobile, just touch, a little bit tedious.
Yeah,
I feel that way about a lot of big apps as well. Even Limit Touch can be a little bit difficult sometimes without the trackpad.
it is. And then, of course, I think maybe some stuff you can do with the fingers, but I don't think I would feel comfortable, mainly because this looks exactly like DaVinci on the computer.
Right.
And I can't imagine going on my computer and touching the screen. So maybe it's a little logical for me right now.
Yeah.
Man, are you home?
No, I'm in an airport.
Ah, okay. All right. Okay, thank you so much for taking your time to come here and join me on this. Really, thank you so much.
If Fenwick's still watching, he's the one who texted me that you were live right now.
Thanks, Fenwick.
I came in. If he's still watching, then are you going to start using Resolve?
I've heard stories of you hate Final Cut now or something like that. Why are you editing on DaVinci?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't hate Final Cut. I love Final Cut. I still prefer editing on Final Cut. I think Final Cut's a better editor, but everything else is just better on Resolve. There's so much more power, so much more you can do. But I miss the magnetic timeline, and I really don't like the cut page at all.
Yeah, one thing that I don't like on the cut page is that zoomed timeline. You can't zoom out of it, and I think it's too much zoomed in.
Yeah.
But I think there is a little bit of getting used to there as well. So, well, I'm going to let you get back there. Thank you so much for coming here. And nice to see you, man. And looking forward to seeing you in Europe.
Take care. I'll be there in, 7 months? 7 months.
Wow. Tic-tac. Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.
All right. So back here to Resolve. Thank you, Photo Joseph, for joining us here real quick. Back to the comments. Raf, wow. Hi there. I saw this video about LED flickering. Helped me a ton. This guy is insanely smart. Also, that LED video has some insanely cool video editing. We should get all us three together. Yes. I mean, Photo Joseph, he's fantastic, man. Oh, Aranha is still here. Man, you're still here. I didn't know that Rick from Pawn Stars was such a good editor. What? I think I'm totally lost there. But I think that's all right? I've been live for like 2 hours. I think this is enough. Whoever, I don't know if you're going to be the crazy person that's going to be rewatching this later. But yeah, that's it. Maybe I'll do another one if something new, if I discover something extra here on Resolve. But yeah, I think we went through quite a lot here. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you if you clicked in one of the links there in the description. And I hope you have a nice rest of the day. Bye-bye.